matches. Wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta.
Oh yeah, no problem. Have a good one.
You too. What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. Julia,
Thank
you were in dire need of something.
I was.
Julia woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
I didn't know I was gonna be on the video. I haven't had my coffee yet.
It's my new coffee right here. It's a small cold brew, salted caramel, coconut milk. They made it better at the other Starbucks. Anyway, today's video is going to be super important because I want to talk to y'all about a few things that I was doing for most of my life. And I thought these were just like normal things to do, but they were actually massive weaknesses that were negatively impacting pretty much every area of my life. And like, if you're doing any of these, I don't want you to keep doing them. So I think all men understand that we should not put women on a pedestal, right? Which basically means you shouldn't look up to girls as unattainable and, you know, you're not worthy of them because that makes you have very low confidence, makes you afraid to talk to them. I'm speaking from experience here because that was me for many, many years. However, I was doing some things that I didn't realize were like subconsciously programming my mind to put women on a pedestal. One of those things being watching porn, and I know that a lot of y'all are aware there's a lot of different negative side effects to porn, but I think probably the most dangerous one is that essentially you start to get used to dealing with your urges by watching other people hook up instead of taking action and finding a girl to hook up with yourself. And if you think about this, every time you get this urge, you're programmed to be like, okay, I need to find a computer and then watch some other people hook up and then I'm gonna be good. Well, you're telling yourself on a subconscious level, like, I'm not actually worthy of hooking up with girls. And I'm speaking from experience again. So, whenever I would see a girl that I want to talk to, in my head, somewhere I'd go like, well, down the line, I'm not going to be good enough to hook up with her anyway. So it's not even worth it. She was up on a pedestal. Now, something else, and this is something I was talking to a guy a few days ago, and he was like, man, there's only 3 girls who I know who are like actually options for me. One of them I met, 5 years ago, and we hooked up once. One of them I knew 3 years ago, and I thought she was gonna be my girlfriend, but then she moved away. And the other one was from last summer. I was like, those were your options? These are 3 girls who are clearly like in the past. These girls, like, it's dead and it's gone. But I used to do the same thing. And when you have a very like scarcity mindset and you're not having a lot of success with women, you start to like latch on to any girl who you feel you have even a little bit of connection with. And I did this for a long time. And it's very dangerous because then inevitably, when I'd see another girl I want to talk to, I'd be like, yeah, but like maybe things will work out with Sarah because, we're still staying in contact on Instagram. We still text like once a month. Like that's who I really want because we have the connection together. And of course, if you're only looking at the girls who fell in your lap and you had this like little bit of success within the past as options, well then every other girl who you meet is like, well, there's no chance it's actually going to work out with her. I've said this before. I'll say it again, probably the most important dating skill is letting girls go when it doesn't work out. And by the way, the definition of not working out is when you ask a girl, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? And then you actually try and set up the date with her. If you just like casually met her and texted back and forth a little bit, or you saw her a few times, you didn't actually like try. You didn't try to make the move yet. Do that. If it doesn't work out, you have to move on. You're always going to be in this mindset of like, well, Susie from 3 years ago, like it could happen.
They got is a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.
Boom. Alright, so here's what you gotta do next week. You gotta tighten it up a little bit, right?
Keep the elbows
Punches
in.
were getting a little wide. And some of the times they're not still when you're reaching out for it. And you need to work on that skincare a little bit too, man.
The skincare?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing that today's video is sponsored by Tej Hanley. Thank you, Coach Randy.
Absolutely.
South Austin Gym Session 3 complete. We're not gonna stop.
Alright. Y'all have a good weekend.
In case you're not aware, Tej Hanley is straight up the best skincare system for men because, like they say, it is uncomplicated skincare for men. It's simple, it's easy to use, it works. If you sign up, you're gonna get a box just like this that contains a variety of different creams and lotions. They formulated specifically to work together and give you clear, healthy skin that's gonna make you look better, and that's gonna boost your confidence. For example, you're gonna get the daily face wash I just used, AM moisturizer with some sun protection, PM moisturizer for nighttime. I've also been loving their new body wash with eucalyptus. Use this every day. And the best part is all of their products are made with top of the line ingredients like eucalyptus, collagen, vitamin B3, which would normally cost a lot, but because Tiege Hanley sells directly to the consumer, they can offer it for a super affordable price. And because they're sponsoring today's video, if you click that first link in description, you're gonna get the best possible price on your first box of Tiege Hanley, and they're even gonna throw in a free gift. What are you doing, bro? Click that link, check it out. Weakness number 2, you're trying to make yourself feel good. And you might be thinking, isn't it a good thing to feel good? And it can be, but you have to realize sometimes we also try and make ourselves feel good because we're hiding from something. We're trying to protect our ego. And one way that we do this, and I've done this a lot, is we compare ourselves to someone who's worse than us at something. So I'd go out, you know, back in my earlier days with my friends, maybe I'd try and talk to a couple girls, then I'd go home alone and I'd be feeling really bad about myself. But then I'd be like, wait, Johnny went home 2 hours ago. He didn't even try and talk to a girl. I'm actually doing well. Or even recently when my YouTube views dropped a little bit, at one point my head went to, yeah, my views went down, but channel A, B, C, and D, their views went down even worse than mine. You have to realize we have this human nature where we try and craft a story inside our head that makes us feel good about ourselves. Because, well, if he's doing worse than me, that means I'm doing good. And if I'm doing good, that means I don't even have to try and change anything. What's a lot more effective to do, first of all, catch yourself when you're doing this and be like, wow, you're being a bitch, stop doing that. It's a lot more effective to compare yourself to people who are just one step further along than you. Obviously, if you're just starting to get comfortable talking to girls, you don't want to compare yourself to the guy who brings a girl home every night. That's going to be demoralizing and make you want to give up. But if you compare yourself to the guy who, you know, once every 2 weeks, he's able to have a successful date, that's good, that's attainable. You're like, okay, I can do that. Now, another way we do this is we look at someone who's clearly further ahead of us in life, and then we tell ourselves a story why he's actually not. I think a good example of this would be Jake Paul recently, probably the most hated person on social media. I think a big reason is 4 or 5 years ago, he was like just a bro making his Vine videos, YouTube videos, and now he's like practically an A-list celebrity. Who knows how many hundreds of million he's worth? And it's just easier to be like, wow, he's a tool. I hate him. I would never want to be like him. Because if not, you have to be like, damn, this was a normal kid who blew up, and he's like, why is he doing so much better than me? I think a lot more common is that you have like a friend. I remember I used to have a friend in college who would always be bringing different girls back, and then me and my other friends would be like, those girls he's bringing back are ratchet. Like, I wouldn't want to be hooking up with a different girl every night. That's kind of gross. Or you have that buddy who like scored the really successful job, making a lot of money, and you and your other friends are like, man, he has the golden spoon. Everything was given to him. He just had the right connection. And it's like, again, you're just, you know, our brains are so good at like fabricating these bullshit stories. Like, that person's not actually better than me. Because if he's not actually better than me, that means that I'm doing okay and I don't have anything that I need to change in my life. We're just always trying to look for excuses why we don't need to make changes and why we're doing okay. A much more powerful mindset to adopt is, okay, this guy's doing better than me, and that's okay. There's always gonna be someone who's doing better than me. But what are a few steps I can take right now to get a little bit ahead of where I'm at now? Because at the end of the day, you have to realize growing beyond your current state, like that's where true fulfillment and happiness comes, not from, you know, one-upping someone else.
They got is a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.
Bro, workout complete using the Beastly app, of course, best fitness app in the game. But more importantly, I got to give y'all my top five songs from Donda, the new Kanye album. I told y'all that was coming up. First, Hurricane. Second, Jail. Maybe swap the order on those. Third, Off the Grid. 4, Moon with Kid Cudi. And 5, Jesus Lord, Part 2. Super long song, super dope. For me, it's still a 9 out of 10 album. CLB, the Drake album, for me is like a 5 out of 10. Please just don't even comment on that. I know some of y'all will disagree. Too late for breakfast tacos today. It's actually 3:37. I've only had a protein shake. So we got some bomb-looking lunch tacos. Ready? This one's like steak, bacon, avocado. This is all 9 out of 10. This spot is called One Taco. 10 minus 1 taco. All right, this last weakness might be the most insidious of all of them because it's so hard to recognize that you're doing it. And a lot of times you're telling yourself you're doing it for a good reason. And that is when someone gives you a piece of advice on how to overcome an obstacle, or you're doing research and you find a possible solution for your problem, you think, well, this is not gonna work in my situation because of X, Y, Z. I see this a lot in my private coaching program. You know, a few days ago I was talking to a guy. I was trying to help him with his daytime approaches, trying to talk to girls during the day. And he's like, yeah, this is just not gonna work for me because I would never tell a girl she's cute. And I was like, why wouldn't you tell a girl that she's cute? Oh, you know, that's not me, man. That's not something I would do. Why isn't that something you do? And as I dug deeper, there was no reason for it there. He just didn't want to try it. Or a lot of times it's like, all right, well, if you want to get more dating experience, the easiest way is to get better photos, and so you get more matches on your profile. I think in your case, you know, this would be a good photo, this would be a good photo, and this would be a good photo. Yeah, man, I just don't think, you know, online dating is really going to work for me. Why not? Oh, you know, man, it's just not for me. There's never like a legitimate reason. What you're really saying when you say, oh, this isn't going to work for me, is you're saying, I don't have the confidence to do this. I don't believe that I'm going to be able to figure this out and be successful. I've done this countless times in the past, not only with dating, but you know, with business, for example. I was not running Facebook ads for Edge or for Beastly for a long time, and constantly when I talk to business consultants or other business owners who are doing well, they'd be like, well, you need to at least be running Facebook ads to retarget your warm audience. Like, that's going to be a very high return on investment. And I was like, well, you know, that's not going to work for me because I already got the big YouTube channel, and you know, I can already promote them there. I was like, no, but you can also like promote them here and make more money. I was like, oh no. But really, I didn't have the confidence that I could figure it out. I was afraid I was going to spend money on ads and just lose the money, and there was no real reason, right? It was just like a lack of confidence in myself. And the massive problem here is that we have blind spots. We're not good at seeing our own problems, and we all have comfort zones no matter how far along our journeys we are, and we would just rather repetitively do the same shit over and over again instead of doing something that someone else would tell us to do, even if that person clearly has run multiple successful businesses, or they've clearly sucked at dating in the past and then figured it out. It's like if you're getting advice from someone, whether it's them personally giving it to you, it's through a YouTube video, it's through a podcast, and this person is more successful at you than something, I've learned it's best just to shut the fuck up. Now, but what about this? It's not gonna work. Shut up. It's not gonna work. Oh, shut up, David. Just try it. Just fucking try it. I mean, or don't try it and just keep doing the same shit you've been doing over and over and over again, but don't expect anything to change. Like, why would it change? Anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. I really just hope y'all can learn from my mistakes. Like, if that is accomplished, then I can feel like I gave some value with my life. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I don't get hit at this intersection. If you made it to the end of the video, you know how it goes. What are you doing, man? Hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, click subscribe, and turn notifications on, because I drop 2 new videos every single week, and you don't want to miss them. Stay Beastly!